And it feels like you guys had a bunch of games like this year where you've been undermanned to one degree or another and kind of come together and put together a really good performance. What did you think kind of worked for you guys tonight?
I thought tonight we had a lot more carryover from, film and everything that we've been talking about and trying to get better than previous games, I thought. So it was good to know that, obviously we're trying to get on a path here of playing the right way and doing all the little things that, we've been preaching about all season. I thought we'd done a much better job tonight with defensive transition, for example, with a high-paced, offensive team that likes to get out and run. I think we were able to limit them, and it was a better job tonight than last night, for example. So I think, tonight was just an example of being able to take those small wins along the way in terms of us getting a little bit better and putting them in the bank for the end of the season. But tonight, felt like everyone was involved. Everyone was, made an impact. The guys that got out there and played on both ends of the floor. And it was, like I said, it was money in the bank, I think.
You guys got off to a bit of a slow start offensively. Then the second quarter, you really started rolling. What changed there?
In the second quarter? Yeah. Look, I think our defense. I think us being able to contain them, in transition first of all, making play in the half court, and we were just all active, a lot more active, more communication, and we've been preaching this day almost, this type of thing every day. So for us to show, for most part of the game, for us being able to, tie minutes together of good defense, I think. And you got to give them credit because they are a high offensive, caliber team and like to pick you apart. But I think we got to take those small wins of being able to, show that we can do it. We just got to tie, 48 minutes on the defensive end. And I think that really led to our offensive game, being able to get out, run, easy baskets, open shots, and everyone being involved.
Scotty, what have you seen from Javon? I mean, he's been in and out of the rotation. Minutes have been inconsistent. And then when he does get minutes, the play has been inconsistent at times. But tonight, just what did you make of his performance and what he's been able to do?
Just staying positive his whole time. Obviously it's been a tough position for him, but he's been a great teammate. He's been, a high energy, high positive guy. And he's, a pleasure to have around in the locker room, at practice, on the bench and in timeouts, always engaged. So for him to come out tonight and knock down some pretty big shots was pleasing. I think that's an important point that, the genuine care for, someone like JC, for example, who comes out and makes big shots, the genuine, pleasure that you get from seeing him do well after what he's been going through, I think it is something that I definitely feel, and I know other guys on the team feel. I think it's important for the whole team, for the long run, the big picture stuff of really being pleased with your teammates. And I think that was a big part of tonight, and being able to feed off of each other's energy.
When you look at Cam tonight, obviously you guys needed some scoring. But when you are without James, KD, Kyrie, does that kind of open things up and give opportunity for him to do something that he does really well and really be aggressive in attack?
Yeah, definitely. And I think in everyone in that sense. But another one who you're just pleased for a teammate when you see him do well. And he got it going tonight, and it was great. He's obviously got a long way to go as well. And for him to be able to do what he does on the offensive end is great. But, I think it's just everyone staying engaged on what we're trying to do and understanding the big picture here and the process that it takes for us to go in and go through that process together to be able to, be the last team standing. And that's what this is all about at the end of the day is, us understanding what we got to do to win and be the last team standing. And it comes down to all the little details.
Scotty, you've played against Nikola Jokic under different circumstances for different teams. I wonder what the most difficult part about his game is to kind of get control of?
Probably just his pace. He goes at his own pace, and that is hard to defend. He's not, when he drives the ball or when he's running up and down the court, he makes you play at his pace, and I think that's very hard because it is, out of the ordinary, I guess. His ability to, find others. Not only get his own shot in the post or top of the key, even his drives from the perimeter into the paint. I think it's just his ability to mix all of those things up and have variety. He's a beast on the boards, obviously, that's number one, but I think the biggest thing is, his ability at his size, great hands, being able to pass and find teammates and get them going, and that's impressive for a big guy.
Does his game remind you of anyone that maybe you played against or watched before?
Nah, this is unique, I think, what we're seeing with him. Easy.